YouTube channel, Dose of Nuru. I'm back with another video. I know it's been a long time. Today I'm very excited for this topic, but before that, happy Mother's Day to every single mother out there on this face of the earth, those who are resting with the angels, and also those who are mothers to be, and every person who played a role as a mother. I will say it's not easy to raise another little human being or just a human being in general. You should be celebrated for every aspect of your growth and your growing pains, and so we really appreciate every one of you. So today's topic is building confidence. As you know, I'm here to cause disruptive conversation among women in the community in general, because I feel sometimes we can be afraid to air out our opinions or shy about them, or even lack the right group of people to discuss and talk about these issues with. So that's why I formed this whole channel. So subscribe, like, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends and family. Let's keep the conversations alive and going. So building confidence, I will say confidence, you will think as just this, as everyone will be like really far with all the knowledge and resources that we currently have in this modern day and age. But people tend to overlook confidence and how it plays a major role on our lives, you know, how we see ourselves, what we think our potential is, how we attract partners as well, just our social skills in general. People see confidence as a nice to have rather than a must have. It's essential for every human being to have confidence. I watched this TED Talk a while back. She was talking about confidence. I will leave the TED Talk on the description box below. And she said for confidence to exist, there must be three things. There must be permission, community, and curiosity. And she further explains that permission, for confidence to exist, you must allow it in. You must give it permission for its existence. And she said, community, you must surround yourself with the right group of people who have same values as you, or even higher, you know, people who see things in a different light and push you and hype you, you know, to face your fears and things that you're doubtful of. And she said, you must be curious because curiosity really helps you, boosts your confidence, because when you're afraid to do that thing and you do it and you surprise yourself, your confidence level goes up. And she was onto something. That I can't speak today, the TED Talk was really nice. And so I will say fear has a very concrete power of holding us back, because the society has taught us the right and the wrong things. They have said this body type or this body size is acceptable, you know, rules regarding to your gender and your race, how women should behave, how men should behave, you know. And social media, now it's a really big thing. You should remember that no one posts their failures on there. So just remember that as you go by. And also, this might come as a PSA. I feel we should all know the loudest people in the room or the most extroverted people necessarily does not mean that they're confident. And the quietest people in the room can have inner confidence, you know. I personally believe that confidence without purpose can lead to undesirable solutions or situations. So let that sink in for a bit. I will give an example, a story. I will say coming to America, it has taught me like a whole lot. It's been a roller coaster of emotions and just lessons in general. The highs are highs and the lows are lows as well. I remember I went to this interview. I won't mention the company's name, but the position was financial advisor. And it was 4 of us. I was the only lady and black one for that matter. And there was 3 gentlemen on there and the interviewer, and it was like a group interview. And so we go in, hand in our CVs, resume, that's what they say here. And we sit down and he gives us a pamphlet and describes the company missions, values, you know, and just gives us like intel on how the company runs and the people present. And so I'm flipping on this pamphlet. There's like 30 names on there, and I don't see any woman's name. So I'm like, oh, this is a red flag already. And so he speaks for like 30 minutes, goes ahead to interview every one of us. He starts with me and he's like, I can see here your CV. Can you introduce yourself? I say my name. And he's like, tell us more about yourself. So this question really, it's all about your experience that you're that led you to apply to this job. And so I just go on to say prior experiences I've had and how I think I'm a good fit for this role. And he goes, oh, you're from Kenya. I say, yes, I'm from Kenya. He says, I've always wanted to go there and blah, blah, blah. And he goes on to the next person. Doesn't ask me a question, whatsoever on my CV, and just, wanting to, as you think a normal interview will be, nothing. And so he moves on to the next person, asks them a bunch of questions, and how they liked their previous job and how they would like working on this company and whatever. And I'm sitting there like, the audacity, the caucasity of this guy, And so goes on to the next person and the next one, and he finishes off the interview saying, we will receive a call like at 3:30 if you qualified for the position. You should leave your name on a piece of paper if you would like to receive a call. I do not leave my name on the paper just because I felt there's already discrimination in that workplace, and it's not my fault. Being in this country, being a woman and a Black woman for that matter, you really need a lot of confidence and know that it's not your fault, it's the other person's fault. You should be more ethical than the society you grew up in. No one should judge you by your skin color or your gender, for that matter. So I was like, I'm not leaving my name here because I already know, first of all, I stand no chance, even though I'm qualified, just because I look this way. And I'm beautiful, do not get me wrong. Black is really rich. And so I do not leave my name on there whatsoever. And I do not walk out of this interview broken or whatever. If it was like 5 years ago, I will be totally crushed. Walking out of the interview, cry, call my mom and my sisters, tell them, oh my God, you won't believe it. But I just knew I had the short end of stick here, but it was just okay. Just because I just knew my self-worth and had a lot of self-love, and I believed that there will be opportunity out there for me, and so it didn't really bother me. And so as I was driving back home from this place, I was like, oh, this is a really good YouTube topic to discuss. So by this, I really learned and got to do some more research and find out and see that confidence really, low confidence, I will say, is caused by so many different things. And there's type of confidence. There's body confidence, there's mental confidence, there's ego confidence, and causes of you lowering or feel like you lack confidence can be someone spoke down to you, or you're experiencing body changes, especially women who give birth or people who are stepping into puberty. Sometimes it can be just because of our race, our ethnicity, and even our gender, in this modern age, and sexuality. Oh my God, in this modern age, the society tends to tell us that this is right and this is wrong, and people are so judgmental and not open-minded to just realize and see that the person on the other end is a human being as well, and do to others what you want to be done unto you. If you are the person on the other side being judged just because of your skin color and your gender or your sexuality or just your character, if I'm shy, if I'm quiet, it does not really necessarily mean that I don't have some input to add onto the topic of discussion, or it does not mean that you are much higher than me. Maybe it's just that I don't feel like talking to you because we are not on the same intellectual level, or I don't feel speaking to that for like join that conversation just because we are different people, or I don't feel comfortable in that situation or that environment, So we should tend to be kind to others and tender, and just let's stop being judgmental in a nutshell, I will say. I will say that fear, Comfort is fast overrated, I will say that. You should try to step out. If it's that career goal you're trying to get to and it's not necessarily something accepted in the society, well, coming from Kenya, there's some certain careers that are not even thought of as careers. They're more like hobbies. I want to be a musician in an African household, not engineer. Sir, please get out, you know. So it's more like just knowing yourself, believing in yourself that you'll make it wherever you go, having positive self-talk. Affirmations are really important, I will say. And also just you know, you cannot be what you cannot see. Yep. So you have to visualize your highest self, that 10 years, that 5 years, or when you get to your goal that time. How does that person carry themselves then? How do they speak? What aura do they carry? You know, when they go to the room, what does their presence say more about themselves? You know, how they interact socially, how do they dress? You know, how do they look? I will say when you visualize that, it really empowers you in a different way because it boosts your confidence and how you say, like the manual for confidence and how you can boost it up. There's like a lot of books to read. People are very knowledgeable about this topic. But personally, what has worked for me is affirmations. I saw this on a TED Talk as well. The woman said, women, we suffer a lot of body image confidence just because we can have stretch marks or our body size keeps changing because of different factors, you know. And also there's a lot that we are seeing out there in social media, you know, thick thighs, big butt, big boobs, you know, and that is what the society see as the standard of, you know, beauty. And maybe you do not look anything like that. Just go to the mirror and do this like 21 days. Go to the mirror, look at yourself, preferably naked. Just strip off your clothes. If you're not comfortable with yourself naked, do it with however amount of, you know, nakedness you feel comfortable with, and then write down the things that you like, not the things that you do not like. I believe we are the most fast critics of ourselves. Personally, I was. Just write down, I like how my eyes look, I like how my butt looks, I like this, I like that. And you'll find as you are writing them down and realizing them and, you know, reading them to yourself, they really empower you. Also, if it's that dress that you like wearing and you get a lot of compliments on and it boosts your confidence, get other dresses similar to that, you know, apply some perfume, just have good hygiene. I feel like how you present yourself is very important. Surround yourself with people who really hype you up. If someone, you know, if you hang out, there are questionable characters out here. If you hang out with someone and you feel just at the end of the day you are drained mentally, physically, emotionally, you know, just spending time with this person, cut them off. Yeah. So surround yourself with people who really push you to a good light, to a good purpose, to see yourself as more resourceful, you know, and actually someone with, if you're a parent, if you're a friend, you know, just pick life and positive things to that next person. You don't really know what it will do to them. And relationships play a really big part on people's confidence. Get a partner who really appreciates you as a person, appreciates your intellectual level, your appearance, values you. You know, his action speaks much louder than words. And even giving compliments to your partner, people see it as the bare minimum. Trust me, the bare minimum isn't minimum. So yes, so relationships as well play a big part on this confidence aspect. But yeah, just do affirmations, write them down, be like, I am so beautiful today, I embody the energy of success, the spirit of prosperity, and just actually stick it on the mirror on the wall when you wake up, on your notebook, when you read. Just keep reminding yourself of all these good things, because the mind is a very powerful place, and that is the blueprint of how you view yourself and what you think your potential is. So that is all I really had for today. So you can leave a comment down below, if you feel like you have something to say or describe more on. Feel free to continue with this conversation. I really enjoyed this episode.